This episode has been brought to you by DiceyGoblin.com, online board game retailer, where every board game is an award-winning board game. Welcome back to Board Online, Board Offline. This was our second June playthrough, which we lost, which means we have lost 4 games in a row. Real quick, couple of things that happened during the game. Probably the most important, let me show you down here. Obviously, we got some more now. Mumbai's collapsing. There's more places rioting and that sort of stuff. All that's, what's to be expected when you end up losing the game. We did lose the game because we ran out of faded figures again. We ended up having, actually that tracker's not accurate. We went down to there on the last turn. So 5 outbreaks, but we ran out of faded figures. Basically what ended up happening is our quarantine specialist is dead. So she is gone. Had to finish the game with a civilian. It actually really hurts because she died with maybe, I think on the second to last turn. So really her death didn't even affect us that much because I only went 1 turn without her. So now we're without the quarantine specialist for the rest of the game. I did go ahead and tear up the win bonus for June, which would have been that we can add 1 equipment card to a city card in one player's hand or add 3 roadblocks anywhere on the board. So that's not going to be used now. However, we did, since that was our 4th loss in a row, we got to open up box 8, which you can see here. We got to open up box 8. We got this card in there. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Experimental vaccine. Your colleagues in New Zealand have shown progress reducing the effects of new epidemics with a controversial new formula. Its application is unconventional and may cause panic when administered. Add these 3 one-time events to the deck when you set up the game. These cards do not count against your funding level. And what are they? Well, all 3 of them are this experimental vaccine. Increase the panic level in any one city to discard an epidemic card without effect, which is pretty awesome. Then destroy this card after use. This card has no effect on the infect step of the turn. So basically, next time if we have one of those and we want to use it, we can discard one of these instead of going through all the steps there. And what it's saying as far as the infect step is that it does not, the normal infect when you're just infecting cities at the end of your turn, it has no effect on that, just on epidemic cards themselves. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, this all is just continuing to go to crap over here, making it very difficult to get around. But nothing of super significant. Oh, our 2 game end upgrades. We got a permanent research station here in Hong Kong, so we're hoping that'll stick around for a while. You can see Hong Kong's not even unstable yet, though it is right on the border of faded land over there, whatever you want to call it. We did also eradicate yellow, so we got the common structure for it as well. You can see the name, I never did just show you all the name for red is the transmode virus for all you X-Men fans out there. And then yellow is weaponized Montezuma's revenge. So yeah, that's what we got going here. We almost, if we'd survived one more turn, we could have eradicated blue as well, but didn't quite make it there. So that was June. So we'll be moving on to July this next time. Fortunately, no more faded cities as well. We've seemed to be doing a pretty good job of maintaining this area as the faded area without it spreading too much farther. I wish we could have kept it in just the black region. I think we'd be doing a lot better if we didn't have to deal with all of Europe being faded as well. But it is what it is. Hopefully we find a way to start curing the faded here soon instead of just having the Colonel be able to take them out, which obviously he's having a difficult time keeping up with what's going on. I will say at the beginning of this game, we were kind of screwed to start off with because every single card I drew to set up the game, with the exception of 1 card in the red, which I believe might have been Seoul or Tokyo, I can't remember. 1 card in the red, and then 2 cards over here. Chicago was 1, and I believe either Washington or New York was the other. Besides those 2, every single other card I drew for the setup was all faded. So we were already starting off behind the curve. So that's part of why this happened. But, sometimes that's just the way it works with pandemic. Sometimes you get those setups that are just nearly impossible. Anyway, that's what happened. Look forward to showing y'all July. I'm excited to open up and see what we've got in the boxes coming up and the doors. So until next time, if you're bored online, board offline.